All right, good people, and welcome to St. Louis Organics presents Montez at Midday. Montez at Midday. Montez at Midday. We're gonna talk to you. Yeah. Montez at Midday. Montez at Midday. I'm gonna talk to you. Yeah. Montez at Midday. Montez at Midday. I'm gonna talk to you. Yeah. Hello, everybody. How we doing today? And welcome to another action-packed episode of St. Louis Organics presents Montez at Midday. It is Motivational Monday. Willie and Dre in the building. Bring on opening day. Huh? Bring on the baseball season. Are we ready for some Cracker Jack, some peanuts and popcorn? Obscene gestures in the outfield, running into people we haven't seen all year, just getting back together for that special time of year. Only certain cities and states understand this. Baseball season. I think each region has their own logistics when it comes to the excitement on opening day, the beginning of the season. You get ready, you got to get your clothes ready, your whole Cardinal gear. We washing everything at one time. I think this was the very first time that I actually didn't wear any Cardinal gear in the off season. We're waiting till the season starts. We're giving it a try. We're giving things a go. How's everybody doing today? And welcome to the show. It is what I like to call Magnificent Monday. Hope everyone had a great weekend. We have high fives in the building, of course. We're going to chest bump it, get that dub block entertainment in the building. Family over everything, baby. Family is everything. All right. Hug it out. Let's get that hug in. Oh. Sometimes you got to hug yourself. What if you don't have anyone to hug you every day? Hug yourself. Hug yourself. Hugs are good. They feel amazing. Hydration. Get that morning walk in, people. The new diet has been going well. Lost some LBs. I feel good, well rested. I will tell you about why I'm sore, though. We'll get to that later on. If you are celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. If you're celebrating a wedding anniversary or anything of that magnitude, happy anniversary to you. What's happening, Mikey, my brother from Washington State? How you doing, my man? How you doing this Monday morning? If you said I do over the weekend to get into a relationship or probably take this thing a step further, did he go to Jared? Did she go to Hakeem? All parties agree we're in this together. Now you're in a relationship, huh? Somebody is looking different today at work. What's wrong with you, Stephanie? Girl, I'll tell you at lunchtime. Hey, Mike, what's going on? I tell you at lunchtime. Everybody got exciting news to share on Monday. Thank you all so much that showed my grandmother some love by telling her happy birthday. 89 years old. Happy birthday, Grandma. I don't call her Grandma. I call her Mama. You know, it's my mother's mom, but for some reason, like my cousin and I, we all generated to the word Mama. It may be a handful of people that call her Grandma, but to us, she's known as Mama. But what a celebration and gathering that was yesterday. We'll get into that as we get through the show. If you haven't been to the website yet, check out the website. Do yourself a favor. It's DreMontez.com. If you are in a position to do some marketing advertising with the upcoming baseball season up, you know, everybody is on their phone. Get to the people where they're at. We have any type of budget of advertising to fit your financial and budget needs. Live streaming here on Montez at midday, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, as well as the podcast every Wednesday. Who's to blame? Who's to blame? And you can check out the latest episode of that wherever you listen to your favorite podcast at. And also on our social media platforms, we have a page on Facebook, which one you're looking at right now. Thank you. And also we have a Facebook page for our podcast, Who's to Blame, as well as Instagram, Who's to Blame the podcast. and Twitter at W2B Dre Montez, as well as YouTube Dre Montez. There's all kind of ways to follow the show and get acquainted. And also, we share various videos on TikTok. You can go to TikTok and hit in Dre Montez 63. There it is for sure. Willie, you feeling good? You ready to start this thing, Willie? Well, we definitely are ready to start this thing. All right. Welcome to Montez at Midday. And today we're going to discuss the sound. All right. I'll talk more about that. Moving parties. Oh, boy. And when does your happiness matter? And Monday, March, as well as, what's this one here? Tailgating is a choice. Oh, yeah. And time with family and friends. Let's get on into the show, good people. All righty, good people. Here we go. The sound. I posed that question of the sound due to the response of the Major League Baseball players that have been participating in the World Baseball Classic. Their description of the fans, the venues, the behavior, and just the overall experience in hearing the fans. There were more fans that attended the World Baseball Classic this past weekend in Miami than that attended the Oakland A's home games last year. It was that many people in Miami this weekend going to the World Baseball Classic than attended the A's games the entire last season. That lets you know baseball is on to something with this World Baseball Classic. Now you're hearing conflicting reports with players getting hurt. You know, it's a voluntary situation. Yes, they're getting paid by Major League Baseball, but it's a difference. They're playing for their country, and they wanted to do this. So you're hearing people, you know, with players getting hurt, Ornado getting hurt in the finger, get hit in the finger. Then you had the guy from the team that cheated. And as well, we know with the Mets relieving pitcher, you know, that's part of the game, freak injuries. It happened. But that sound, Trey Turner talked about it. Our very own St. Louis Cardinal pitcher, Adam Wainwright, talked about that sound. We've all heard that sound on different levels when you're playing sports. I think the first thing that got me as a kid playing sports was the amount of people at the game. But when you get to the point you're playing sports, whether for fun, competitively, or professionally, when the crowd is excited and they know your name, that's a big difference. That sound is totally, totally different. And I've heard people use the phrase that sound on different things through all the documentaries I've watched over the years. And one kind of reminds me of Buck Owens, from a Negro League baseball player, Major League Baseball player. Buck Owens was telling a story about one day he was at the Royal Stadium and batting practice was going on. He's doing an interview and talking to some people affiliated with the Royals. Again, it's batting practice day, not that many people there. And he heard a sound that he said he had not heard since the days of Josh Gibson. He had to run at his age, get there as fast as he can to see who it was. It was Bo Jackson. So hearing Trey Turner and other Major League Baseball players talk about their experience at the World Baseball Classic with the best of the best from each country as they're represented on this platform for us to recognize. As a fan watching this, it's incredible. It's pretty damn amazing the way how loud, how engaging the fans are, how much they know about players. And they live in another country and they follow these United States players, or they follow Major League Baseball. The fact that they know their tradition. They're not that big, well-known household names, but they know them for the love of the game and their particular team. And as a country and as a whole in this tournament, this thing is phenomenal. Phenomenal. In the beginning, people were bitching about the brackets. What category was this on? This is a cakewalk for this country. This is a cakewalk for this country. I tell you what, as much as I love baseball, I've never been one that excited about the actual gameplay of exhibition spring training baseball? Am I adhering the phrase pitchers and catchers report? I think that's the most exciting thing to me to get ready for baseball season. When I hear that phrase, pitchers and catchers report, and it's usually around Valentine's Day, that's when we get excited. Now, the actual gameplay of spring training, it's nervous because we always lose somebody, whether it's for our team or for the sport of baseball, that's important for the season upcoming. It's part of the game. We get it. But I like this excitement of the World Baseball Classic a little bit more. And now what happened over the weekend with Trey Turner hitting a grand slam. Come on, man. Come on. And our very own PG Gold, known as Goldie, St. Louis Cardinal first baseman. He's an MVP here. Simply exciting. Now we in the championship tomorrow night. What? We face the winner of Japan and Mexico? Okay. All right. I know what we doing Tuesday at 6 p.m. We watching the World Baseball Classic. I've watched this whole tournament. Thank you to Fox Sports 1 and 2 and Tubi. Fun. If you haven't checked out a game yet, there's several ways you can watch it. They talk a lot about it on the MLB Network. But it is Monday. I'm Dre Montez, and I got Willie here with me. Thank you again for the birthday shout-outs for my G-Mom yesterday on her birthday, or Mama as I call her. And we just got off our first discussion. We're talking about the sound in reference to the World Baseball Classic. Now, there are various people out there who haven't played sports in quite some time. But I guarantee you, at some point, you've thought of this. Did you appreciate the fact that you played sports at one time? Or are you more pissed off that you didn't recognize how good you were when you played ball? Let that sink in. And try it one more time. Everybody that played ball before, I don't care what level, how long you with, don't matter. When you play ball, are you more appreciative that you played a sport? Or are you a little bit pissed off in today's world? Let's say you're over 35 and over 40. Let's say you're over 40. Or you're a little pissed off that you didn't really understand how good of an athlete you were when you did play sports as a kid, or before you turned 40 and decided to call it quits. So you're a little pissed off about that, that you didn't understand or recognize you were a pretty damn good athlete. But for some reason, you didn't take it as serious. And you wish you would have really put the gas down. Just something to think about. It's Monday, and I'm Dre, and we're going to move right along. Speaking of moving right along, I said I feel good, lost a little weight, do my walking, drink my water. I'm feeling good. Until you do something to shock the body. What did I do? I helped my little sister move on Saturday, along with my father and two of my aunts and cousin. But my dad and I did like the heavy list of only 5 pieces. But that's not the point. Moving parties back in the day, it used to be a thing. Everybody used to want to be around and help move. You know why? You had food, liquor, beer. The dude had his friends there. The woman had her friends there. It's going to be some flirt. There's going to be some yelling, but everybody's going to get it done. There was a routine. There was a setup. Everybody had their part to do when moving. Fast forward, moving changes over the years. You figured out, the truck process. Then they tell you can't move at nighttime. Then they tell you don't move in your good shit while your neighbors are watching. So you got to move in like a cat burglar and you own your shit because you don't want nobody stealing it. You got to basically move in like you don't have a damn thing. You don't want nobody seeing your nice shit. You just really don't. You got to be really, really protective and then keep going. Now they come out with these moving companies to help you move. What do people say? I don't need a moving company. I have family and friends. Okay. And then people find out moving parties have changed. There's no food. There's no beer. There's no timetable. Now you have to actually help them pack, put the shit on the truck, move it halfway across town, unpack it, then help them set it up. But that's not what happened now. Now, here in the 2022s and 3s moving forward, this is how people move now. It's going to be less than 5 people helping you move, real talk. Because people have learned what? You need to be young and in shape to move. It's an ordeal. I'm 52. I asked the key question to my little sister. How many steps? She said 6. My father said, I didn't think to ask what floor she was on, how many steps either. I'm like, see, she got us, Pop. She got us. She got us. 24 steps. 24. Now, mind you, we're moving from a basement into a truck to a residence on the 2nd floor. I'm 6'2". I got the duck to come out the basement or will be decapitated. I'm in my moving gear. I'm ready to move. Let's do this. My father gives me good word of advice. Son, it's only 5 pieces. Good. 5 of the heaviest damn pieces known to man for us two to be lifted. My little sister said, I get y'all some White Castles. Do it. We took a break with the castles. There was no talking. It was just chewing. Now time to get back to moving. This is the key moment I knew I had the coolest dad on the planet. I look down. I'm like, wait a minute now. He knew we were moving his daughter, my sister, today. Why is my father wearing heavy starch jeans while moving? Crease, shirt tucked in, hat. This dude dressed up to move. Sharp as whistle. Sharp. But moving parties have changed. I told my little sister, I put my paperwork in. I'm officially off the clock from helping anyone ever move again. Family or friends, I don't care. I will help you secure the money to hire a moving company. I will be there to point. But for his lifting and saying the words pivot, hold on, I got this. Hold on, let me get a better angle. Hold on, let me grab it from the bottom. No, them days are over. I've done a nice run. We've officially retired. It's been a good run. I would like to thank everyone that was here. Today, as we take a break, retirement from moving. Ever again. The last 3 moves hurt me. Moving myself, helping a neighbor that fell, and now helping my little sister. These 3 moves hurt me. I'm talking Epsom salt bath, full body out, ice down, like I still play ball. And I knew it was going to happen, but the lower extremities are fine. It's just from the chest up. Good workout, though. Good workout. We're going to take a short break here. Have a word from our sponsor, Mountain Man Scrub. Get your scrub on today. It's great for your hands. It's great for your feet, elbows, and most importantly, that tramp stamp. Bring that HD look back to your tattoos today. A good tattoo goes a long way. People remember them tattoos like forever, ever, and a day. They do not forget a tattoo under any circumstances. All right, it's Monday. We've talked about the sound when it comes to World Baseball Classic, and we just talked about moving parties. We're going to take a short break here and come right back and talk about something that really is coming something in my area a lot lately from the male perspective as well as the male perspective. We're going to talk about it after this. Short break. Smoke them if you got them. Be right back.
Mountain Man Scrub. As smooth as a river flows. mountainmanscrub.com. Get your scrub on.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm Dre, and you are you, and that's why we're here together on this Motivational Monday edition of the show with Montez at midday. I hope everyone had a great weekend. I had an amazing weekend. Got a lot of things done. I had an unplanned, spontaneous, fun-filled weekend. I totally forgot that I agreed to help my little sister move. I was reminded about it early. I was reminded about it Friday and then re-reminded of it early Saturday morning. So we got it out the way. Then my oldest son reminded me about our grandmother's birthday party, which was yesterday. So that was cool. But my good buddy and friend, Mr. Mark, also wanted to have a little spontaneous fun, and we did it Cacaw, Battlehawk style. I'm going to tell you about that story. But before I get to that, I got to tell you something else that's a little bit on my mind, and it comes to this phrase here. When does your happiness matter? Let me say it one more time. When does your happiness matter? Not your kids, not your parents, not your loved one, not your spouse, not your partner, not your coworkers. You. When? I'm not talking about you mattering in life for the day or to people or being appreciative. No. When does your happiness matter? Does it matter before the relationship ends? Are we having to talk before then? Does your happiness matter when you're already in litigation to get divorced? When you're already in the point of cheating and you're still married, haven't said anything to anyone about it? When does your happiness matter? Do you address these issues every time? Does it need a refresher course? Not just from the local people that I know. I'm hearing this from the people in Hollywood. It's causing the issue about happiness. I'm no love relationship expert, but as a person who has not been very good at 4 marriages, I can tell you one thing's for sure. Communication is key from both sides. Love and happiness is different to everybody. Different to everybody. The older you get, the more it changes. The older we get more in tune into who we are as anyone can ever tell you, but you don't know this shit when you're young. I don't think nobody, once they get to their 50s, I don't think not one person ever said out loud, why didn't y'all tell me this? You're probably glad you went through it the way you did. Because now you turn around, you handle things differently. You don't see things the same way anymore. There is more of a pause. There's more of a listening skill. I guarantee your communication skills have definitely changed. I think more people now are more open to the idea of listening to what their version of happiness is, what their version of love is. Not just a feeling, but an emotional state. You know, just because you hold somebody's hand and text them good morning, that's not love. That's not happiness. You got to find out what that person is that you're with. Find out their definition. So many times we won't even think about it. We go on this one side. We're thinking about our happiness. And as a male person, I told my kids this. I had no idea the way I was until I got older. I can look back right now and say, wow, I cannot believe that. How I used to be. I've told friends that the same way. Man, young lady, I remember not shooting you down, but just recognizing the change in a good way. But I guarantee you, most people have a better understanding on happiness and what love is than when you're in your 20s and 30s. It's a confusing thing. You're chasing for something you've heard about but don't know what it is. You have no idea. You can have fun with that if you want to. Chasing things you have no idea what it is. You done heard about it. But you have no idea what it was. No idea. That's why the emotions are all over the place. What's wrong with you? Nothing's wrong with me. Why are you acting funny? I'm not acting funny. Why are you so quiet? Make up your mind. Make up your mind. I think we need to take a page from the old book. What's wrong with being who we are? Let's try that. Let's try it. Let's be who we are. Don't put the fade on in the car before you go into the party. Don't put the fade on before you and him or you and her or the kids go meet with people outside of the family. Be who you are. And I bet it comes with a more clear understanding on that old catchphrase I keep hearing lately. I'm just not happy. And I don't think he understands it. I don't think she understands it. Why doesn't this person like me? Why doesn't this person love me? Why don't you two talk? Not yell. Talk. Not point the finger. Not blame. Just talk. Hear each other out. You know it's possible to do that the older you get. I never thought in my entire life that I will be telling people that it is actually possible to have a conversation with your partner without yelling or point blank. I never thought that was possible. Never thought. I used to hate the phrase, can we talk? Oh, fuck. No, because you're going to end up cry talking. I don't understand it. I'm going to yell at you and say, you're just like your mama, which is the worst thing to say. But back to the original phrase here. When does your happiness start? I'm talking to men and women. Men and women. I have male friends that need to look at that. I have female friends that look at that. Not question the person that you with, but just question the idea and answer it. Not, are you happy? Or are you in love? No. But when does your happiness start? I'm not talking about turning your phone off, not listening to your kids, just going driving, not caring about people, and just smoking weed with all the windows down. That does sound good, though. But that's not what I'm talking about. I think the older you get, you're going to realize how important you are as an individual. When we're young, we're told to appreciate the love around us. Nobody tells us about you or the individual until you get older. When you're young, stop being so damn selfish and get over there and be with your friends and family. Now, the older you get, well, go and get some time by yourself. You know, there's nothing wrong with being by yourself. Ain't that funny? When you're young, nobody tells you. Not one person tells you that when you're young. But when you get older, you know, it's cool to take a little step back. You know, I understand all that. When you get to understand yourself, you can see things a whole lot better. That's all I'm saying. I'm not a relationship expert, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express before. All right. Right back at you. There we go, people. Oh, I bet a lot of people didn't like going to work today. Think about this. We have been kicking it here in the St. Louis area region since 3-1-3 day. The day before 3-1-4 day. People have been kicking it. Kicking it. We've had the St. Patrick's Day party downtown. We've had 3-1-4 day. March Madness kicks off. St. Patrick's Day in Dogtown. Footnote, did not attend the parade in Dogtown. Didn't want to go alone. My buddy Mark couldn't go. The family that I usually am with their float and their crew, the McGlynn family, that took this year off. But Heather assured me that morning, Dre will be back next year. So next year, damn right. But I watched the parade on the KSD Channel 5 app and on YouTube. Probably one of the best decisions I've made. So that was fun. That was a damn good time. But while all that is going on, behind the scenes, college basketball, March Madness. Let the madness begin. Gamblers, where we at? Huh? Gamblers, where we at? How we standing? Nobody wanted to hear this today going into work, but everybody heard it. How's your bracket? How's your bracket? How's your bracket? And I love my favorite. My son said, I forgot to do a bracket. How? I'm busy with work, Pop. Your coworkers gamble. Y'all talk about this every day. How do you forget to make a bracket? Few people did. But honestly speaking, how is your bracket doing the first Monday after the first weekend in the March Madness college basketball tournament for the men and women. How's it doing? How's it doing? Usually I could break down each and every game. I'm a huge Kentucky fan. Huge. The way we went out, statistically, we out-rebounded them by 19. We only had 5 turnovers in the second half, and we lose the game. Make it make sense, Daddy. Make that make sense to me. That's like playing softball in a tournament. We have 27 hits, 3 runs. We lose the game 5-3, and they had 6 hits. Make it make sense. Every time a team loses that has expectations to go further in the tournament, and it doesn't work out that way, the first thing we say now, what's next for that coach? Why are we so quick to do that? Why? I heard that about programs, coaches. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Did you see the look on Jim Boeheim's face last week? You can say what you want to about that man age. He is not ready to go home and be a stay-at-home husband and an old dad to a college-level son. He's not ready for that. He wants to coach again. But now we are so quick to do this each and every time in the tournament. Well, I wonder what's next for this coach. You know, they just can't get over the hump. You know how hard it is to play March Madness in the tournament? You know what's going on at the same time with these young kids? They have a personal life. And we have seen from Inside the Story or investigative reporting on what goes on during that March Madness from a player's perspective. It's not always as good what's going on and what these kids go through. But back to the game itself. It was mayhem this weekend. The games, the point differential, shooting the 3, the undeniability of the transfer portal actually working. Are you feeling me on this? These kids have incredible stories. Look at the kid that passed out that played at Florida over 2 years ago that plays with K-State. Hit the game-winning shot. These kids all have a story. Not everybody goes to school, gets recruited, accepts the recruitment process, goes to that school or university, plays basketball, and they're there in a tournament. No. These kids have stories. Some of these kids went to school online, no credibility, had lost during COVID, had to take a risk and transfer very far from home with no family. None. FaceTime and Zoom can only do so fucking much. But what these kids and coaches have been through to get to where they want to be on a collegiate level of coaching and playing the game, fucking proud of it. All of the stories. There was not one story shared about nobody growing up seeing dead bodies at 5 and seeing a mom and daddy doing awful things with drugs. No story like that was shared. Thank you, CBS, Tubi, True TV, TBS, and TNT. Thank you guys for not sharing any stories like that. Just positive, uplifting stories. And the stories with the transfer portal. Oh, my goodness. How these kids been, all they want to do is ball. That's it. Just ball. On the women's side, Ole Miss, Oxford, Mississippi. Where you at? Oxford, Mississippi. Early in the year, they took South Carolina to what? Overtime. And what they did to Stanford yesterday, hello, America. This could be an interesting matchup if Ole Miss ends up facing South Carolina. I am not disappointed in any games yet. I know Kentucky lost, so I get it. M-I-Z. Z-O-U. Hey, Princeton's tough. I know there's a lot of jokes when it comes to Princeton as a football team, as a basketball team. But any other sport, people are like, oh, Princeton's damn good. They damn good baseball team. Oh, that road team tough. Oh, man. Ooh, that baseball team. Oh, that football team. Oh. Football and basketball, people laugh and joke. Fundamentals of the game go a long way. A majority of us playing sports at a young age The very first time you ran across an opponent that utilized fundamental skills, but you didn't have fundamental skills, or you played a team that utilized fundamental skills, and your team are all looking at you like, what the fuck they doing? That's a shocker. And a lot of people don't understand fundamentals of the game. That's why a lot of sports shows, you hear one older person say that, especially Herm Edwards. If you understand the fundamentals of the game, you can go very far in this game. Key. But if you're just out there running around and never learn the actual fundamentals of the sport, it's very difficult once you get to a certain level. You can't rethink the process that fast. Oh, no, not at all. Not at all. All right. There it is, good people. Moving on, is tailgating a choice? Tailgating is a choice, for sure. What up, Sam? What up, cuz? What up, Sam? What's going on, my man Sam? In the building, But tailgating is a choice. I'm a huge fan of tailgating. I fell in love with tailgating when I got out of the United States Navy and I moved to Charlotte, North Carolina. And I went to my very first SEC college football game. And I tailgated. It's different. That's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to tailgate. It is like, it's a lifestyle. It's a moment. As you get older, you get better at tailgating. You know, whether it's the team, the matchup, the location. You down. You want to see the fans. You want to be with the people, the food, the women, the music. Give me all of it. But then there is another side of tailgating. You got to understand that tailgating is a choice. Meaning, if you tailgate in a certain region of the United States, and that weather can be tricky in the month of March, and you swear to God it's September, October, November, or December, that's when tailgating is a choice. Saturday night, my good buddy, Mark, after moving my little sister, again, I'm feeling good. The pain has not kicked. I'm not sore yet. I'm feeling good. Let's keep this party going. He says, let's go to the XFL game. The call is the law. The call is the law, and they're here in our town. The call is the law, and we're here. Keep call. The call is the law, and they're here in our town. The call is the law, and they're here. Keep call. We went down to the tailgate. Here's how he tried to give me confidence. He's telling me that he's going to layer up. I said, I get that. Let's wear our Oklahoma City hoodies. I got that. Wear a coat, scarf, got all that. Gloves, got all that. We get down there to tailgate with the people. And shout out to the ATG sports guys. My man Don and his crew. Thank you guys for the love. Letting us tailgate with you guys. That was pretty damn cool and awesome. But that weather, at that moment, at that time, something came over me and just said, tailgating is a choice. So I'm going to choose, moving forward, I am only tailgating when it's at least 58 degrees and above. From now on, that's it. I don't care who the hell playing, who's here, who's performing live outside. No, the next time he wants to go to an XFL game, we're going to tailgate inside somewhere and then go to the game. Instead of tailgating outside, trying to be with the people, of the people, by the people. As cold as it was Saturday, that was personal. That was not March weather. at all. I have been cold since the parade downtown. Let that sink in. But tailgating is a choice. Tailgating is a choice right there. All right, folks. As I told you all what happened yesterday, thank you again for the birthday shout-outs to my mom, G-Mom. Most of you might know her by the name of Hey Miss Sally. Mama, happy birthday to her. Thank you for that. But time, your time, is one of the most valuable things you can have. Damn money, damn antiques, damn what's in your account, all of that. None of that matters. Your time. Don't waste people's time and utilize your time wisely. When you utilize your time spending it with family and friends, it is just a whole nother thing. Hanging out with my mom and dad, my little sister, my aunts, my cousin, my kid, my grandsons. And hang out with my dude, Mark, and all my barflies. It makes you just take a look back and say, what a time well spent. That's time well spent right there. When you utilize the time the right way. I'm not talking about that GSD time, that get shit done time. No. When you utilize your time the right way. It's just like I tell people throughout your workday. Appreciate the details of the day. No matter what you do, don't waste your time. Utilize the time. You can waste your money all you want. You can waste your talents all you want. We hear that a lot. You ain't nothing but God wasted talent, boy. Don't we hear that a lot? Ain't nothing wrong with that girl. She don't waste her damn talent. But you waste somebody's time, that's when I have an issue. Let's get to the point. At 24 hours in a day, get to the point. Utilize the opportunities that you have, whether good or bad, but utilize it. Appreciate the details of the day. But when you use that time wisely, and you enjoy it with family and friends and putting your happiness in there, can't nothing make you mad or get you in a bad mood. I'm telling you. I didn't write a book, and I'm not going to write a book. But I think my family and I are talking about making a movie about the shit we have done as a family that you can laugh about and joke about and still feel good about it. That right there is what it's all about. Dub Block Entertainment in the building right there. All right, I got a bonus topic, and we're going to get out of here. I'll let you guys get on with the rest of your Monday and get on with the week. I want to talk to my service industry people for a second. I'm not an observer of the service industry. I pretty much gave 20 years of my life to the service industry from all aspects of it. Every part of it, I've done it. You name it, I've done it. I think very highly of the service industry. But the way I look at the service industry now, I don't think the people that are involved in the service industry give two fucks. In the working life, as people put it, people in the service industry, somebody always want to tell somebody in the service industry, when you going to get a real job? And people in the service industry look at them like, if you only knew the fuck I did. But that's another story in the argument. I'm a supporter of the people in the service industry. I do believe a majority of our sponsors through our Who's to Blame the podcast and Montez at Midday are bars and restaurants, service industry influenced places. But there used to be a certain type of bravado and pride, and you felt good. I'm not talking about the franchises thing. I'm talking about our neighborhood places that we go, they count on us, we count on them. We're there for each other. But something has happened. Nobody understands the importance of what's going on. I'm talking about when you know your job is going to be busy. You're the owner, you're the manager. There's certain times in the restaurant industry you're going to get your ass whooped. We call it the weeds. You can laugh about it when it's over with. But if you're not prepared for it, that's the thing that gets me. How people don't understand when the commercials start for March Madness, and you have more than 5 televisions in your place, and you have Wi-Fi, you're probably going to be busy. The start of football season, that opening weekend, that used to be looked at. If you miss this day, you no longer have a job here. There's certain days you cannot miss in the service industry. No excuses. My son got a fever. I don't give a damn. You don't have a job anymore. It used to be that way. There is no attention to detail. There was a television on at this place I went to during March Madness. There were 4 channels you need to worry about. 4. It's True TV, TNT, TBS, and CBS. Out of all the TVs these places have, 4 of those TVs should be out of the whole place. And the way TVs is set up now, you can program the motherfuckers the night before. The night before. You know how many people work at bars and restaurants that don't have any fucking clue how to change the channel, turn on the TV, or find the fucking remote? It's a lot. It is a lot. I think we have really went back to the days of the 60s and 70s and hired people just on their sexual output that they're given instead of their fucking skill set. A lot of places got some bad reviews this past first weekend of the damn March Madness. Guy sent me a picture. He's in a bar. There are 4 TVs right there. 2 bartenders on their phone. The bar back is sit down eating a hot dog, not even from there. They don't sell hot dogs. 3 TVs. One is on the Rockford Files, one is on Wheel of Fortune, and one is on Godzilla. And 1 TV is on March Madness. He sent that picture to me. I wanted to hug him. Who does that? If you have a television and you call yourself a bar, restaurant, a neighborhood bar, I don't give a fuck what you call yourself, and you know people want to come there and watch basketball, and you don't want them watching basketball, take the motherfucking TV down. Take it down. Take it down. I don't understand how people don't know what's happening. You know all these people are coming. You know all these people are coming. It's like downtown St. Louis. If you are a bar or restaurant, a hotel, and you don't overstaff on March 30th, it's your fault. It's your fault. It's your fault. It used to be a pride in this shit. Now it look like the owners sit at home and watch TV and laugh. We only got 2 people working. Let's see what happened to them today. Not cool. And if you don't want to operate your TVs, you don't know how to operate your TVs at work, tell your boss. I don't want to, or show me how to program the TVs. Giving customers the remote in front of strangers is not a good look anymore. It used to feel cool. Now it's like, I'm too fucking busy to change the channel. And we're saying you shouldn't have to change the channel if you do what? Program the TVs. There used to be a place. They're not around anymore. Oh, they're not around anymore. You would walk in this place. Every TV was on everything you wanted it to be on. Chicken wings, they had them. They didn't cost $20. Burgers were not $15. The wait staff, they would come up to the table and say, hey, is this the game you want? If he wants to change it, we'll change it. What happened to that place? What happened? Here's what happened. We've taken matters into our own hand. A lot of people started their own man cave, their own she shed. But we don't have room for 20 to 30 people. So we try to take people out and show them a good time that are here for spring break in the town. Let's go to the bar and watch the game. There's golf on. There's badminton. There's soccer on tape delay from last week. Where's the damn games? Oh, we can't find a person with the remote. What's wrong with the Wi-Fi? I don't know the passcode. I just wanted to point that out. It used to be a great, phenomenal time in the service industry, but the first weekend of March Madness in the service industry didn't go as planned. You can probably Google or YouTube, how do I program the TVs in my bar, and watch the video. That way, when you come to work, you don't have to do nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing. I'll have to give the D+ to places that call themselves, come here to watch March Madness. No, that was June Madness that we saw that went on March Madness. But the places I went, there was no problem. The places my friends went to, oh man, it was horrible experience trying to watch college basketball. All right, good people. Thanks for listening to the show today. I appreciate it. I'll see you Wednesday. We got a new podcast episode coming up for sure. Again, what an amazing weekend. My little sister loved the place, had a blast. Dad, mom, G-mom, family, friends, cousins. What a blast this weekend. Menden and I, blast. The Barflies. Good time this weekend. I guess I'll see you guys when they get 65 degrees. Until next time, we out. And thanks for tuning in to St. Louis Organics presents Montez at Midday. Until next time, folks, holla. Montez at midday. Montez at midday.